Yes, hi, this is Glenn, and I had spoken to Sue earlier. I promised to get this short video over to you folks that takes a look at your small business and gives you some tips and tricks for improving your social presence. So, just wanted to point out a couple of things. I pulled up your website, and it looks good. There are some nice pictures in here of your services, a number of different places where you can request a quote and get in contact, submit your lead information as well. So, I think you guys have done a good job there. I think where there might be an area that you could take advantage of is with Facebook advertising. And I'm going to show you two tools that you can utilize to target specific customers. One of them is the Ads Manager in Facebook. So I have that up currently, and the first thing that we can actually do is type in a location. So that would be the location where your small business is. I'm going to put it in Alberta, Canada, which of course is huge. So once that comes up, we can see over to the right side 2.2 to 2.5 million. And just for context, for Facebook advertising, we typically want to advertise to about 500,000 people or so, ideally, and of course with the type of budgets that we're dealing with. So I want to show you how we can quickly hone that in and get it to be closer to that number. May not be exact, but there are a couple different spots where we can check information. There's an age demographic in here. So if we're thinking about tree services, we're thinking about homeowners typically. And 30 to 65 plus is probably pretty representative of homeowners. But let's just say, for argument's sake, that we wanted to change the upper limit to 60 years old. And we can see how the audience size changed over there. So we'll leave everything else in place. The other thing that we can do, Facebook gives you the opportunity to put in targeting based on special interests. So, say for example, we wanted to target people that dealt with home improvement or were interested in home improvement. Okay, we input that information, and again, you can see the audience size changing as well. We could also add in maybe another interest like recently moved, right? And it changed a little bit here as well. So the point is really not to come exactly up to that number, but we can specifically target areas, and if there are different locations within Alberta that we wanted to target, we can fine tune it a little bit more. So I just wanted to show you that really quickly. That's the Ads Manager. The other thing in Facebook is something called the Ads Library, which I pulled up here currently. And this allows really anyone to see what ads have been running on Facebook and how long they've been running for, and essentially to see what's successful and borrow bits and pieces of their advertising copy because it works well. And I have a couple examples up here. This is for a company called Strobert Tree Services. And you can see that they have a couple ads that have been running since June 12th. So they've been running for a month and a half. So they must be pretty successful. This one's actually even longer. And I'll tell you why they're successful. They're laid out in using a framework that we use, which is the AIDA framework. And that has to do with attention, interest, desire, and action. And we talk about attention. Each of these ads calls out to specific homeowners, Pennsylvania homeowners, Kent County, Newcastle. So it's getting your attention. And then it's getting your interest really with like the next two sentences here. You have a tree on your property, it's raising a red flag. It's dangerous. Fill out the form below, get peace of mind, safely remove it without damaging surrounding landscape. And then, so that's really the interest component of it. The desire is really this last sentence. Get your yard ready for the warm weather and ensure your property is safe from any danger. So that's the desire. And the last piece is a call to action, which is to claim your free estimate and get a quote. Not to mention there's a good graphic right here of someone safely removing a very large tree. So The point is just that this is an ads library in Facebook, so it's another tool that we could utilize to, kind of figure out what works well for advertising in this particular tree services niche. Okay, and really the last thing I want to show you is something that we also deal with, and that's called a landing page. And it's a bit of an abbreviated website, which allows you to really target the customers that you want to be dealing with. And I'll show you how it's laid out here. This one is a nice example. It has at the top section here a section for you to get in contact with people. Then there it talks about the service itself. It gives a quick summary, nice picture there. And then it also has numerous sections for calling in and submitting lead forms. Up here, okay, and it talks about the services specifically, and these services are probably going to coincide well with Google searches, which are based on keywords. So this would come up. And then again, there's another section in here for getting in contact with a contact button. So it's very simple, but the reason why there are numerous sections for call buttons and contact buttons for submitting leads is because people react differently to different sections of a web page. So again, I would say those three things are some of the low-hanging fruit. Facebook advertising and potentially a landing page might help your small business keep heading in the right direction, basically. So hope you found this valuable. I'll send it off to you as I promised, and I'll follow up with you tomorrow to see how you liked it. Thanks for your time. Take care.